It's not something welcome back to West Yorkshire Engines, based in Bradford in the UK. Big thank you to all you guys who subscribed to this channel. As I promised you, every individual fault we get into his workshop will save you. We will share with you to save you time and money in future repairs. Now this particular vehicle has got a multitude of problems and they all have a knock-on effect. And it started with a minor problem which has been ignored and not dealt with, and it's progressively got worse, and there's a number of parts that are now faulty. So what should have been a small easy job has actually turned into a big huge job. Now this particular video is about the vehicle and the symptoms. There were absolutely clouds of black soot, absolutely clouds of it. Now I advised this particular customer to do an EGR blank over the phone, and he actually did do that. And unfortunately that's not what the fault is. The actual fault is faulty injectors overfueling, and I mean in a bad way. Now this particular vehicle's an automatic. She's just done over 100,000 miles and she's a 2006 plate. Now basically I've checked the computer, it's actually showing 17.2 miles to the gallon. Now I know this belongs to a showman and he needs to tow a big burger van. So towing, I expect it to be, you know, doing about 12 miles to the gallon. Now that is bad. Now and that's because the injector nozzles are that worn, it's actually dribbling diesel inside the engine. And in fact, it's dribbling that much, the oil level were higher. When we took the dipstick out, we nearly lost 2 litres of oil on the floor, and that's just by removing the dipstick. Now come and have a look at this, guys. Look at how badly sooted up this engine is down there. Can you see it all? And when I say plumes of black smoke, I really do mean that. And you have a look at the turbo there, look at that. And then this is the heat shield. Look at it. Absolutely, really bad. So this has been going on for quite some time. Now we'll remove the turbo, we'll remove the cap so we can actually show you how bad it was smoking. Now because it's an automatic, it's got a DPF filter. And you have a look in the bottom of this catalytic converter. Watch this. Can you see all that? Look at that. So when I say bad, I mean bad. Now we had to have the DPF removed and sent off for ultrasonic sound cleaning because it was that full of carbon. And because the vehicle wasn't breathing correctly, it actually overheated. So now I've got to do a head gasket job as well. So as you can see, it's actually turned into, you know, a massive knock-on effect. So it's imperative that you deal with faulty injectors as soon as possible. Otherwise the bills are going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So, in a nutshell, I can't say any more than that. I'm going to have to remove the injectors and have them sent off. We're going to do a full engine rebuild on it, make sure everything internal is working perfectly well and good. And that's about pretty much I can share with you regarding the black smoke, because I know it's a big problem in Australia. I get a lot of emails from Australia regarding that problem. So nice one, guys. I've been trying to get this one in for you. Right, just moving subject a slight second. As you know, I've got some contacts with the Nissan UK, and whenever I find any new information, I'm always on here sharing it with you. Now, this is going back to the chassis problem. It's now turning out that Nissan are actually saying no to a lot of people. I've had a bit of feedback from a guy who owns a Pathfinder on an 05, and Nissan told him that because it's over 12-year-old, unfortunately it's not covered. So I need to remind you, given the time of year, you need to be checking your chassis and getting it treated as soon as possible, because Nissan are not going to pay everybody out and buy your truck off you. So beware of that, because you might be very disappointed thinking that Nissan are going to give you good money for your truck, even though it's 12-year-old, because that is not the case. Now I just want to give you an indication so you know what you're looking for when it comes to excessive chassis rot. Now this is a tin sump off a D40, and can you see how deeply pitted that is? Now if you've got that sort of corrosion within your chassis, unfortunately, it's a slippery road. There's nothing, once it's that deep set, there's not a great deal that you can do to really save it. I'm not a metal expert, but I know enough over years that we've been dealing with corrosion for a lot of years, and it's one of them you really need to get your vehicle treated. Now light surface rust, like here, where it was here, we can deal with that. We can protect against that for many years, providing that you're dealing with it at an early stage. So that's a top tip for you. Remember what I said to you about Nissan UK and Nissan buying vehicles off people, because it's not always going to be happening. It's going to change because obviously they're going to be losing millions. And remember, check your chassis. It's not going to be long before the weather turns and we're going to be salting and gritting the roads again. So that's all I can share today in today's video. Please come again, subscribe to our channel, give us a like, find us on Facebook.